Well, hello again. Gonna do an install on these brake pads on the 30, but I just wanted to show you how to install the liners. Now I've already got one side installed, but it was actually worse than this one. This one isn't bad, but it was so soaked with oil that I didn't want to bother putting them on. I guess that's the one that took off. Yeah, she's pretty greasy. I know a lot of people think that oiling your brakes will stop them squeaking, but it doesn't work that way. So anyway, so like I said, I got one pad off here, a liner. And if you're looking for liners for your Cockshutt or co-op tractor, they are still available. And there's your part number right there, pt.2. You still get them through Agco. Now this particular tractor has the duo braking system. There was two different ones, and I'm assuming the other ones were like the Olivers, where they just had the shoes inside the drums. But these kind of work like a sandwich, and it's like a drum, but it's not a drum. But kind of silly the way they did it, but okay, so you got two halves. This one I gotta knock the rivets out of it yet. You can see the holes are already there. They're kind of countersunk there. Now they sent these little brass rivets, but unfortunately these holes are so big that the rivets don't spread far enough. So I'm using just regular pop rivets, and they sink down far enough into the lining that I think they're going to work. But you kind of got to work with what you have. So see, they kind of sit down in recessed there. So what I'm going to do is clamp the one end, and then I'm going to take the vice grip and kind of pull that around real slow. Now the other one I had to drill new holes in it because it wouldn't line up for whatever reason. Actually, you know what, I'll leave that in there. I hear it croaking and creaking and groaning. Yeah, those holes aren't even close to being right, so I actually had to drill them again. There's so many different serial number brakes in these tractors, it wasn't funny. So I'm going to clamp this, and then I'll drill these holes here. Okay, after having a fight with my rivet gun, I got these liners riveted on. Pop rivet guns are great when they work. So yeah, there you have it. It's recessed enough that you're going to get quite a bit of wear out of it before you start touching the heads of the rivets. I don't know why they sent these little wee brass rivets. By the time you get them, like you can see the size of the old holes there. It's comparison. Like there's just no way that'll spread enough to work there. Anyway, this will work. I'm not going to be driving up and down mountains with it. So I will install the actual actuator. Get a better view here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So this is the actuator. Clean it up a bit. Okay, so let's stop and think here. This is for the opposite side, so how they work is this is stationary. It actually only uses that much of your brake shoe. Kind of silly, but it wasn't me who designed it. So you put these little horseshoe clips back on here. You should almost be able to press them with your fingers. Okay. Well, that one went on easy. Alright, we'll head out there and I'll install the seal and get this mounted on. Alright, so we're going to get these brakes installed here. I'll show you what we have to put on here. There are 6 of these little shim washers that go on there. And there's one gasket here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay. You just want to make sure these are all free of dust and dirt, because if they don't seal properly, you guarantee it's going to leak. I'll just grab a bolt here. Keep them all in line. Just stick a 7/16 bolt, that's what they call for. Okay, so I gotta put some little bit of, what is this stuff actually? Gasket maker, I guess you call it. Blue goo, I've heard it called. The last thing I want is this thing leaking after I get it painted. Okay, so take your gasket. I managed to get this off in one piece, believe it or not. And it was a good thing because I couldn't find one that was still available. Okay, so on there. And here we've got the new seal in there. So I'm just going to line everything up this way because it makes it a lot easier than trying to juggle 20 things at once. So there you have that. Try not to get in the way here. I haven't really decided what these shim washers are for yet. Since they were in there, when I took it off, they're going back in there. Alright, I got my impact, I'll take these bolts, I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the bolts tightened now. And now we're going to install the drum itself. Sorry, I was just looking there. Second guessing myself, you know how it is. Take a bit of grease, go around where the seal's going to go. Okay. Okay, once you get that on, I'm going to take off the lock washer here and just going to flatten it a bit. I'm going to take a little bit of gasket maker and put it around the washer here to help seal this spline here. Excuse me. I was telling you about this poor design. It seals here, but the oil can still leak out around these splines. So I'm going to try this and see if it works. Got nothing to lose, except for a little bit of gasket maker, I guess. Goodness. I gotta stop and think, is this left-handed or right-handed thread? Right-handed. Okay, so to tighten this, you're going to need a coal chisel, hammer, or if you're lucky enough, the right size wrench. But this looks like this has been off a few times, and to me that's how it looks like they put it on. So just keep tapping it around so it's tight. I should have shown you before I put it back together. Maybe this one doesn't have it. On the other drum, for some reason, there's a flat spot. You can bend these washers over. I don't see it on this one. I wonder if this one was replaced, because it's actually got a little more paint on it than the other one did. But make sure she's good and tight. Okay. Here you have your shoe assembly here. So they actually, you got to open it up like that. Sorry if that light's in your way there. And slide it on this shaft here. Oops. Give her a tap here. Something's not staying. Oh, there we go. Just had to get ugly with it. Just grab my linkage here. So normally I put a snap ring right here. Like I say, I'm missing one, so I'm going to have to try and find one. Here's your linkage here. Just going to give you the gist of this, because I'm going to have to disconnect it all to paint it. You stick your rod in there, and you it's got to be adjusted out. Alright, I'll adjust that out and I'll come back. Okay, so I spun this clevis out. It was all the way back here, so I put it out a good inch. So as your brakes wear, you actually just keep turning this clevis in until you get the right distance. I'm not sure what that is. Like I say, I'm not going to put it all back together yet, because I got to paint it and I got to tear this stuff all off again. But I just wanted to show you how these brakes go together. So put this in your pedal here. stick your pin through there. And if you're doing this, make sure you put never sees on all this stuff. Never sees is not that expensive. A half-liter thing of never sees would probably last you 5 or more years if you use it regularly. And it just saves you from all the hassle of having to heat all this stuff, or bust your knuckles trying to get rusted bolts and stuff out. It really saves time. So there's how your duo braking system is just like a sandwich there. Simple yet effective. So now there's a spring that goes on this hook here, which goes into your footboards there, but like I say, I got them off to paint them. So that's the dual braking system on a Cockshutt 30. And like I said, there's the other style, which I'm assuming is just like a brake drum on a car. You got the casting, and then you got your shoes that just push out to the sides. So that's the other style, and I'd show you, but I don't have one here. So I'm going to get the transmission shift lever all fixed up, and then I'll come back and do a video on that. But for now, thanks for watching. I'm on Instagram now, so you can follow me on Instagram at William Chambers. And thanks for watching. Please rate and subscribe. Bye for now.